absolutely certain that she's a friend of Representative Gates.
Trump's plan for mass deportation.
I don't see them doing this without significant involvement from the U.S. military.
Russia counters American move in Ukraine.
Lowering the threshold for a nuclear strike.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. CBS News has learned 2 women told the House Ethics Committee they were paid to have sex with Matt Gaetz, President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General, and travel with him on multiple occasions. One also says she witnessed Gaetz having sex with a minor at a party. The former Florida congressman denies any wrongdoing. CBS's Major Garrett spoke with the attorney representing the women.
Joel Leopard represents a woman who says she attended knowing she would be paid to have sex with guests.
She had sex with Representative Gates within minutes of her arrival. When she was walking out to the pool area, she observed Representative Gates having sex with her friend, who was 17 at the time.
Leopard said she and another woman he represents alleged they attended between 10 and 15 parties and were compensated for travel with Gates to the Bahamas and New York. He says the committee has Gates' Venmo and PayPal transactions that allegedly show payments for sex and text messages where he refers to illegal drugs in code words.
Representative Gates would use terms like, "Can you make sure there are party favors present?"
Trump has picked former congressman and Fox Business host Sean Duffy to be Secretary of Transportation. Correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns has more this morning on the Trump plan for mass deportation, with a vow to use the military to make it happen.
He's planning to declare a state of national emergency and use military assets to do it. Now, by declaring a national emergency, that would allow Trump to tap into national additional resources and funding needed to carry out a program of this scale. Military personnel already offer support on the southern border, including things like warehouse management and clerical work. They are not permitted to perform civilian law enforcement activities like arresting migrants.
The word from officials in Ukraine and Russia is Ukraine has used U.S. weapons in Russia for the first time. It comes as Vladimir Putin updates Russia's nuclear doctrine.
The updated directive says Russia could consider using nuclear weapons in response to any conventional assault supported by a nuclear power, and that any aggression by a state which is a member of a coalition will be considered aggression by the whole coalition. In a special EU session marking 1,000 days since the Russian invasion, a standing ovation for Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who once again warned,
It's always on winning this war. She will not stop on his own.
Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
In Hong Kong, 45 former lawmakers and activists have been sentenced to 4 to 10 years in prison for subversion under a law that crushed the pro-democracy movement that featured protests 5 years ago. Back here at home, a family in Las Vegas is demanding answers after a father was shot and killed by police in his own home. CBS's Carter Evans says it came after a call about a possible home invasion.
Real estate agent Brandon Durham told the operator that he and his daughter were going to lock themselves in their rooms.
We had to go in there.
Video shows Officer Alexander Bookman entering the house. He sees 2 people struggling with a knife. The officer fires his weapon, striking Durham. Bookman then fires 5 more rounds at Durham on the ground. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
He was screaming for help in his home with a visible intruder in a red hoodie and a ski mask. And you shoot my brother?
And now his family's pushing for answers.
He called the police for safety, and instead he was brutally murdered.
Bookman is now on paid leave while Las Vegas Metro PD investigates whether he acted appropriately or should face criminal charges.
Bloomberg reports the Justice Department plans to ask a judge to force Google's parent company to sell Chrome, the internet browser. This follows a landmark ruling finding the company created an illegal monopoly on search engines. Google plans an appeal. 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 35 degrees in Livermore, California.